Well, today is Saturday, January 12th, and we're going to go over our weekly. And today it is about enjoy food freedom. It's basically it was talking about all the 0-point foods and the new program. It's not really a new program, but the start of a new year for a new program. So we'll start off with I had a loss. I'm very surprised because I tried something new this week. I ate 3 meals a day. I know that's not new to a lot of people out there, but for me, this is very new. I don't usually eat 3 meals a day. I've been doing a lot of intermediate fasting. I usually ate my first meal of the day around 1:30, and then I ate my dinner around 6:37, and I didn't eat anything in between. Occasionally, I might have some fruit or something, and it worked for me for the beginning, but lately I think it was, I don't know, it was beginning to feel like a diet, and I don't want anything that I do in my life to feel like a diet. I want it to feel like this is the way I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. I've always eaten just basically 2 meals my whole life, but unfortunately, even though it was 2 meals, there was a lot of snacking in between, so it really wasn't truly 2 meals. It was probably like 10 or 20 because by the time I had all my snacks and everything, and they weren't healthy snacks. So I'm trying to change it up. My motto for this year is a better me. So I'm trying to get to realize a better me in all aspects of my life, whether it's spiritual, financial, health-wise, all of those different aspects. I'm trying to have a better me. And then my word for the year is reflect. So I reflect each day on what I did right and what I did wrong the previous day, whether it's spiritually, financially, emotionally, my health-wise. And I'm trying to work through a lot of things this year. No matter what age you are, you always have to work on improving yourself because there's always room for improvement. So I ate my 3 meals a day. I've incorporated a lot more vegetables into my diet, which is making me feel a lot better. It's helping me to get past my food cravings and not crave the bad stuff so much. So I did lose a half a pound. So I'm 235.6, and my total loss is 68.6. So I do think I'm on my way there. I gave myself 2 stars because I'm really proud of the half a pound because I really went to the meeting today really feeling that I didn't lose any weight. I ate really well all week. I had Blue Dots Monday through Friday every single day. I did fairly well on Sunday, and I did pretty good last Saturday. Weekends are my downfall. They're my worst. They're my absolute worst. But I'm slowly learning that, like every day ends with the word day. So it doesn't matter if it's a weekday or a weekend day because I have to eat the same way all week long. And I'm doing that. I'm doing that now. I'm trying. So let's go over the little pamphlet. Oh, I'll show you the menu at the end. But it says enjoy your food freedom. Did you know that WW Freestyle has more than 200 0-point foods that you don't have to weigh, measure, or track? They form the foundation of a healthy pattern of eating and give you all the freedom to enjoy all the foods that you like. And the flexibility does work. I do find that if I start off with something zero-based in my plan, usually like for breakfast, I know I'm going to start off with a hard-boiled egg because I love having an egg. That's my new addiction, is having a hard-boiled egg every day for breakfast. But I know I'm going to start with an egg, which is 0. I know I'm going to have a fruit of some kind. I'm trying to cut back on my fruits because I do kind of go crazy with my fruits, which is sugar. It's a natural sugar, but it's still sugar nonetheless. So now I've started off with, like, let's say a banana, which I have every day, an egg, which I have every day. So there's 2 0-point foods. I do like a diet cranberry juice by Ocean Spray, which is 0, and sometimes I'll have a glass of that. And then I work around that. I try to eat from all the food groups because you do need to have some fats in your life. So I have bacon, or I'll have butter on my toast or something. So I'll work from there. For lunch, I've been eating a lot of vegetables, and I use some dips with it. So I have a spinach artichoke dip that I got from La Feria, I think it's called. But and it's like 3 points for 2 tablespoons. It gives me something to dip my vegetables in. Once again, all my vegetables are zero based. And then I have a cheese stick or turkey pepperoni or something to add a couple points. And then I have all my points left for dinner. And then for dinner, I love chicken. I have a lot of chicken. And I'll make some chicken. I'll either stir fry it, or I'll bake it, or I'll make an extra piece so that I can cut it up and put it on a salad. And I think I have been, like I said, I stayed in all my points this week. So, and like they said, you want to build on them. So you want to choose a 0-point food as your base, layer and flavor with other foods. And that's what I've been doing. I figured out as much as I can 0 points to kind of fill me up, and then fill it up with some other stuff on the side. Like this morning, I plan on having some pancakes, which are going to be 5 points, but I'm going to have a banana, and I'm going to have my egg, because I always have my egg, and my sugar-free syrup. So I'm going to have 3 pancakes, because a half a cup of batter makes me 3 pancakes. They're not really big major size pancakes, and they're not dollar size, but they're a good size. So I'll have 3 pancakes and the sugar-free syrup for 6 points. And then my egg and my banana, and I'm all set. If you're likely to run out of smart points before the end of the day, you turn to 0-point meals and snacks to finish up your budget. Once again, you can have a hard-boiled egg for a snack. There's vegetables you can have, fruits. There's all kinds of things you can have. She didn't really have a quote for us today, but what she said was we want to call January Jan-U, Y-O-U, January. And just concentrate on January being, this is the month that you're going to concentrate just on you. I apologize for all my clocks. I know you can hear them in the background. I don't usually hear them, but for some reason I heard them this time. I just get tuned out to them. So people come over and they go, how can you put up with all that, you know? Because there's like 3 clocks all going off at the same time. But, you know, I'm on time. Anyway, U.S. News said that WW was #1 for the best commercial diet, #1 for the best weight loss diet, and it tied with 3 other weight programs for the easiest diet to follow. So it's a pretty good program. So what you want to do is for January, like I said, you want to make it January, is figure out what will get you back on track. Figure out what's going to get you back on the wagon. What worked for me was the beginning of a new month and a new year. And also, I was just tired of being all run down. I enjoyed the foods at the beginning when I started eating them, but then it got to the point that I was eating them and I wasn't getting any enjoyment out of them. And so I just realized that that's the point that I have to know that this is the time to refocus, time to get back on track, time to figure out what started me on this journey, what started me going, and what kept me going for 2 years. I've been going for 2 years now. And I know people say, oh my gosh, you've been on it 2 years and you haven't reached your goal yet? Why do you still keep doing it? Because this is the way I'm going to eat the rest of my life. This is how I'm learning about myself. And the only way you're going to do it is through trial and error. Nobody's going to be perfect in this journey. Nobody. There's going to be a lot of people. Corey I always bring up Corey, but Corey over at Weight Watchers with Carrie had pretty much a steady loss every week. But he did have a few weeks, not a lot, maybe 4, maybe 5 if that. I don't even think that many. Where he did have a gain, but then he turned it right around and he came back the following week and lost that and then some. So it can be done. It's all in your mindset. But you have to remember what works for you might not work for someone else. I can eat a lot of fruit in the breakfast thing. I have like my strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, and I've got so many comments from so many people. I have too much fruit on my plate. But I still have steady losses even with all that much fruit. It works for me. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you. A lot of you love yogurt. It works for you. I don't like yogurt. It doesn't work for me. A lot of people like to just eat all like the fat-free stuff and, you know, the 0-point foods, and that doesn't work for me. I have to incorporate what I like in my diet. I love Suzy Q's. They're 12 points for one Suzy Q. But on Sundays, I have a Suzy Q. I have one Suzy Q. And the thing is, like when you buy the box, there's 6 in the box. They'll last me for 6 weeks. Now I know that's a bakery item, and that just shows you how much additives are in that Suzy Q, that it'll last me for 6 weeks and that goes spoiled. There's just something in it that you know, like a Twinkie, they say you could eat a Twinkie from like 20 years from now and it'll still be okay to eat. That just shows you that there's not very good ingredients in that Suzy Q. It's not going to stop me from eating it. It works for me. I eat what I want to eat and make adjustments in my plan, and it works. That's all I can say. What you want to do is enjoy your food freedom. And remember that food doesn't control us. Food doesn't decide that it's going to jump into your mouth. You have to make the choice. You have to make the choice to put that in your shopping cart, bring it home, open it up and eat it. Nobody's sitting there saying you have to eat this. Now when you're a child, your parents will sit you down and they'll say, you know, you got to eat your plate or you're not leaving the table. But you're adults now. You make the choice. Nobody's telling you what you have to eat. You need to be accountable to yourself. If you're not accountable to yourself, the scale's going to tell you. You know, it's always going to tell you in the end how much. And, you know, like sometimes it may not be true to what you really worked at. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be accountable to you like the following week. You can be perfect on your plan this week and eat everything perfect and then get on the scale and maybe lose just a pound. And then you'll say, oh, I just lost a pound. That was just all that work for a pound. And then you think, I'm just going to go back the way I want to eat. And then you eat the way, whatever you want for the following week. You get on the scale and you lose 3 pounds. And then you think, oh, well, see, I went back to my old way of eating. No, it's really the work that you did the previous week, because you know that week when you went crazy, that's going to show up next week. You just have to remember that. But also remember, never feel guilty about your choices. Sometimes you just have to cave. Sometimes you're going to crave something and you're going to have more than you need. You're going to go to a party and you're going to have extra piece of cake. You think, I didn't really need that piece of cake. You know, you had it, track it, move on. You can't change it. It's already in your body. There's nothing you can do about it. Just learn from it and just know that the next time I think I'm going to make a better choice. But never feel guilty about the things that you did. I don't feel any guilt about going off on December, going crazy. I gained a lot of weight in December. I think I gained probably 8 pounds, 8 or 9 pounds. And between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think I gained 9 pounds. I don't feel guilty about it. I feel bad about it because I think I could have been 9 pounds closer to my goal. But I don't feel guilty because I did learn a lot about myself that month. Sorry about that, my sister Mary called. I did learn about myself in December that I can eat what I like. I can have my fudge, I can have the cookies, the Christmas cookies and stuff like that, but I have to learn to portion control. I need to portion the sizes out. And if I know that I only get Christmas cookies at Christmas time, there's no reason why I can't put them in little serving bags and put them in the freezer and then enjoy them all year round. That I learned in December. I don't have to eat them all in December. I can freeze them and eat them somewhere along the line. Same with my fudge. I can do the same thing with my fudge. So I did learn about myself, and so I have no guilt. And next Christmas, I'm going to do better. Also, you want to remember that it's not going to happen overnight. Lifestyle changes take a long time sometimes. I know they say a habit forms in 3 weeks. I know a habit can form in 3 weeks, but you can break that habit within a month. So it's just, it's a long process, but you have to learn what works for you. And just remember that it's not going to happen overnight. And everybody gets sick of hearing it, but you didn't put it on overnight. Although you can put a lot of weight on over the weekend. I'm not going to argue with that point. You can put 3 and 4 and 5 pounds on with no problem. And it takes forever to take it off. But I'm over 150 pounds overweight. That did not go on overnight. That took some time. And it's going to take me some time to lose it. And when you have to remember that your journey is to pursue a plan that's suitable for you. I found something that works for me, and it's going to be a slow process. I'm not going to lose weight as fast as someone else that's following the plan perfectly. But I know that I can't follow it perfectly 100%. I'm probably 80% into it. Well, 80% is better than no percent. 80% is even better than 10%. So a little bit each day towards my goal. And it does get easier with practice. It was very difficult. If you followed me for a while, you know that I have a hard time eating eating 3 meals, not just 3, eating 3 meals. I, for the longest time, fooled myself into thinking I only ate 2 meals, not realizing how much I snacked on crap in between. But now I know that I can't do that anymore. So I've been trying today's the 12th, it's for the last 12 days to eat 3 meals a day. And it's getting easier. And it's practice. Practice makes perfect. And you have to remember, it's always possible with WW. There's so many tools on their website that they can help you. They have the app. If you have the app, check that out. So many people on YouTube that are following WW, and there's just so much inspiration out there, and you can do it. You really can. So we just have to remember that we have to enjoy our food freedom. Don't be a prisoner to your food choices. Don't get into a rut where you're eating the same things all the time till it gets to the point that it's monotonous. Spice up those meals. And if every once in a while you got to go off track, go off track. Feel no guilt. Just know that it's not every meal that I'm going off track. It's just this one meal. I'm going out tonight to the Outback. I'm going to be going off track. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be going off track. I'm not going to feel any guilt because I know that tomorrow, back on track. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get my walking in. I'm going to get all my exercise, get my food in, and I'm going to enjoy my food. So hopefully this video inspired you, helped you along. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your plans are for this year. Give this video a like. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I do a daily vlog. Every once in a while I throw a recipe in. I do some shopping hauls. And I do a lot of shout out videos. I sing happy birthday to you. If it's your birthday, let me know and I'll sing to you. And just stay with me because this is my year. This is my year. I'm going to get so much better about myself. I just want to improve on my body, improve on my life, improve on my spiritual well-being, just improve on everything in general. So stick with me. As I said that Jim and I, our motto when we got married was grow old along with me, the best is yet to be. And Jim and I are living up to that. So come along with me, the best is yet to be. Okay, here's the recipe for Chef Eric's green spans mac and cheese with creamy squash sauce. Takes 6 points and it serves 6. Pretty much like everything other than the, you know what, I'm not a fan of yogurt, but you know, like maybe I wouldn't taste it in the recipe. So if you try it, let me know. I'll give you all the little details at the end down here. But it looks fairly easy.